Hey, what's going on? My name is Mr. Richard, Mr. Rich Get Richard. And today we're going to talk about credit. Understanding your credit and knowing your credit history and knowing everything that comes in with doing your credit is one of those key things that you need to pretty much grasping your financial future and understanding your credit and know how to address certain things or know what it's made up of is one of those steps that everybody needs to do. So we're going to talk about it a little bit. We can get into it. And if you like this information, make sure you're following and click the link in the bio, see some of the stuff that I offer. And if you're interested, maybe we can move forward and I can help you through this process. So let's begin. When you get your credit started or you're looking into doing your credit, first of all, you got to understand what is your credit. You would be surprised of how many clients that I get that will, ask me, uh, I'll be talking about credit repair or something like that, and they'll say, "How do I know my credit score?" I mean, you would be surprised. What do I need to do to fix my credit, or what do I need to do? The process I need to do while I'm fixing my credit, and I'm going to kind of go over some of these things that every consumer needs to understand. So first of all, you have to understand what your credit score is, because I'll tell people to first of all, you need to know what your credit score is, because a lot of people just don't know. I'll be talking about credit and say, "Hey, I don't even know my credit score. I'll just go try to apply for something and I'll get denied." And I was like, "How do you not know your credit score?" I'm like, "I never looked it up." So first and foremost, anybody for free needs to do these two things. One, you need the Credit Karma app and you need the Experian app. They are both free. You can get them in Google Play Store and you can get them on the Apple Store. They are both free. Sign up and start looking at your credit score and everything in there. And on those apps, you can request a free credit report. So, two pieces of game for free. Always, always, always. You can get your free credit reports, and then also you can know your credit scores. I don't know why Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax don't work together. I know one of them wanted to charge more or something like that, but the other company didn't. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I just know that's what it is. Okay. So as soon as you get the app, we'll focus on Credit Karma because the majority of people who talk about their credit go off Credit Karma. So I'm gonna break down those two apps first, and then we kind of go from there. Credit Karma reports to me personally are more accurate than the Expedient app, but the Expedient app score is more accurate. So when people come to me and they say, "Yo, I got a 680," and I say, "Do you have a Credit Karma 680 or do you have a Expedient 680?" Because Expedient credit score is accurate, but some of the stuff that falls on your credit or that are reported on your credit is not right. But Credit Karma number is higher, and the information on the bottom of it is typically more right, but their number is typically higher because Credit Karma is a free app. And so what they do is instead of you having like a 680, you really only have like a 650 or 640. And what they'll do is they'll say, "Oh, let's project this guy's number higher," and giving him a false sense of uh, exclusivity or a false sense of hope, and then they'll lure you into getting their credit cards. "Oh, you have a 680. Congratulations." Or you'll get these notifications. "Your credit score went up. It's a 685 now." You're like, "Wow, thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, I got this credit card here, 19% interest. Just click here. We already have your information filled out. Wow, thank you, man." Click, and now you're in the hook. Oh, and you're screwed. So just understand that they are products and they are out there to get you to purchase their products. But the Expedient app, their service is they'll offer like a credit monitoring service for like 15, 20, $30. And that's how they make their money because, they got to pay the bills and stuff. They're giving you a service for free. And that's how they charge. So note, Expedient, numbers accurate, information is not. Credit Karma, Numbers not accurate, information not. Just use them both together, take an average, and just review all three of them. Check out your score and check out your report. Okay, so we got that. So everybody on here, brand damn near should get both of those apps. Secondly, or thirdly, depends on how you're looking at it, you have to understand your scores. So a lot of people I do business with or work with, I'll always show this. So I'm gonna come over here and we'll break down these scores. So FICO score or the uh, Fair Isaac Corporation score, FICO, comprises of these markings, right? Excellent, good, or better than good, fair, poor, and very poor. I mean, I've seen numbers and scales differently, but you generally can go off the FICO score metrics. I got this off the website. So this is the one they use. I have seen different ones and I have slideshows with the different ones on there. So we'll go through them and I'll just show you a breakdown. Everybody falls between 300 and 850. Now, like I said before, I have had one person that had a credit score of 4. I don't know how the hell you get a 4. I think you must have spelled your name wrong when you was logging in. I have no clue, but they had a 4 and we got them right or better. And it was bad. But a lot of times when I'm gonna tell you something, and it might sounds weird, and not really weird. I'm gonna tell you to me when I ask somebody their credit score, I can already tell you what is wrong with it before you even say it, or what's the extent of it before you say it. So if somebody is over a 680, but lower than a sorry, 720 and higher, you pretty much have no credit card debt and you've been paying your bills on time and you have a strong credit profile. So credit profile and credit score are almost two different things. So I'll give you a great example. Somebody with like a 690 or a 700 pay their bills on time and don't have any credit card debt, but they have a weak credit profile. And the credit profile is how many credit cards or how many line of credit that you have and what's the limits on them. So I'll meet people that have like 1 or 2 lines of credit, or like they'll have like a $500 gas card, just one $500 gas card. That's not strong. It might have zero balance and you pay your bills on time, but it's only one card at $500. But then I'll meet clients that I have 800s and they'll have $10,000 lines of credit with zero balance. Or they have, $8,000 lines of credit card, zero balance. And they have a, $30,000 car with, that's 6 years and they're on their 5th year with no missed payments. So their profile, the things that's in it are strong, but and all they don't have no debt on it. So then you start trickling down to like I'll call it the 600s to like 680, right? That means you have more than likely just high credit limits, right? Because anything under 30%, anything over 30% utilization on your credit cards is going to drop your score down. So first thing I say is, how much debt you owe? And he's like, damn, how do you know that? I do this all day long. I probably look at 20 credit scores a day. So, so if you have a $10,000 credit card, and if it's over 30% utilization, which is $300, which is not even a lot, then now your score is going to drop. So you get it below 30 utilization point, 30%, it's going to go up. If you get it below 10%, then it's going to shoot up even higher than that. So utilization of your getting your credit limits down will ultimately, and then that person who has a little higher than 6 to like 660, 670-ish, they pay down those utilizations, it's going to be over 700, 710, 720, 730. Okay. Then if you're in the 500s, then you have one of the the great, one of the daggers: late payments, charge-offs, bankruptcies, repos, medical bills. I already can tell. If you have one of those, or collections, if you have one of those, your credit score is probably in the fives, right? You can have no debt and no credit cards and have like a repo or a charge off or some late payments, your credit score is going to be in the fives. All right. And if you in the fours, you have two or more of those. That means you have charge offs, some late payments, a bankruptcy, and you have a credit card, and it's high limit. And you have high utilization. You have a $5,000 credit card with the balance is 4,900. So one thing about credit repair, if anybody is in here who needs credit repair, and we're working on it, you have two pretty much aspects you need to focus on. You need to focus on getting that credit card balance down, and also you need to take care of the inquiries, hard payments, charge-offs, delinquencies, all that kind of stuff like that. The credit repair process take care of this, right? But you got to take care of this, and that's where we have divide. Sometimes people come in here with all this stuff on here, no balances, cool. That score is going to hop up, right? I had a client recently, I don't know if I always talk about it, they score went up 150 points in a month and a half because they had high balance credit cards, no debt, and a lot of late payments, a lot of inquiries, a lot of charge-offs, bankruptcy, all that kind of crap. They had all this negative stuff, but they had a strong credit profile. Makes sense? Okay. So you need to evaluate where you are, and you should always be shooting for the good range. Always be shooting for the good range. And I got a couple more slides on here. So just like this right here. So payment history, amount owed. I just talked about it. 75% of your credit score relates to the amount owed, pay that down, and payment history. Paying your stuff on time, but you have late payments, charge-off, delinquency, bankruptcy. So we can take care of that stuff. I can't add credit history, and credit mix is almost a joke. New credit is almost a joke too. If you have credit history and you add new credit, then your credit history is going to go down. If I have one 10-year-old card, then I add a 1 month car. So now my average is going to be 5 years because of one new credit statement. So you need to try to keep your cards or your bank, your car payments and stuff like that, keep them on there as long as possible. Don't get rid of any of the good stuff, but take away all the crap. That's your objective. While also paying down what you owe, 30%, and then focusing on your payment history, paying your bills on time all the time. Boom, 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 boom. So here's a little mix up of what people fall into what. What people fall into what. So majority of people, it seems like, are, in the purple area, but there's a lot of people in the blues. There's a lot of people in the blues. So it's like half and half. There's, 300 million people in America. So we'll say 100 million people, 150 million people are in the good, fair, or poor, right? But according to this chart, this is a Experian chart. And they say the average person credit score is a 701. Not from what I say. Not from what I see. So here's where some people fall amongst the Americans. You saw what your credit score is made up of, and you saw what's considered good, fair, or poor. And this chart's a little different. And then we talked about the different histories. We talked about the different payoffs, the different things that make up your credit profile. And we talked about the different places you can find your apps and the different ways to read your apps. So let's hop into the app itself. Okay. So I'll use mine as an example. And I'll show you the things that everybody should be using on their Credit Karma app. Okay. So, or I'm gonna tell you the easiest way to find the good stuff. Okay. So you go to the Credit Karma app. All right. It looks like this. If it don't look like this, you're on the website instead of the app. Okay. You're on the website instead of the app. So you click on one of these numbers. So I'll click this one. Boop. And you'll see this. All right. So when you see this, then you stroll down. And then you'll see this right here. It starts with payment history. Payment history, card uses, derogatory remarks, age linked, total accounts, hard inquiries. Like I tell people when they first, I'm asking them about their credit and they want to see if they want to move forward or something. I say, yo, screenshot this. This could tell me 99, 90, I'll say 85% of everything, right? Payment history, 100%. You pay your bills on time. But if you get your late payments removed, it makes your payment history look better. You know what I mean? So, well, I own a credit repair company, so I mean, I fix my credit randomly every year, right? And it probably shoots it up 20, 30 points or something like that, or 10, but I've been trying to get eights for years, man. It's hard. So credit card usage, right? Remember we talked about that. And if you even click on credit card usage, boom. Here's your little chart. This is the 9%. This is 30%. Anything over 30% is red. It even gives you the little marking things that I'm saying right here. It even breaks it down. It even breaks it down. They say 50%, but I'm telling you what it is, man. You got to get it below 30. They say 50% is fair. It's not. Derogatory remarks. That's your late payments, charge-offs, delinquencies, repos. That's a derogatory remark. In the credit repair process, we take care of that, or try to take it as much as possible. Age linked. We just talked about that. You need to have long credit history. Keep them on your account for as long as you can. Total accounts is almost irrelevant, and hard inquiries. I have 3 now. And hard inquiries fall off your credit report every 2 years. But I had like one client that said they had a lot of hard inquiries, and I mean they probably had like 40 inquiries, which I don't know why you let somebody pull your credit 40 times. 40 inquiries, but 20 of them will fall off in the next 2 months or something like that. And I'm just like, yeah, but it's gonna take another 18 to 19 months for the other ones to fall off. Now, if you want to wait to 18 months, then fine. But if you don't, let's move forward with the repair. So you can either wait it out, and then one thing about the late payments, charge-offs, delinquencies, bankruptcies, that takes 7 years to fall off. Or you got to dispute that stuff off, right? I could probably go into details about how to do it, but I'm like I said before, just pay somebody to do it. Or you can sit there and mail out letters and type up all this stuff. Man, ain't got time for that. Ain't no one got time for that. All right, so next thing in understanding your credit is when you go, it'll say credit up at the top. All those 5 things. Come on, card. So all of those are under credit. Payment history, charge-offs, all that kind of crap like that under credit. So now you want to go to debt. All right. Debt is the next section. You should have credit card debt right here. I have no credit card debt in my personal name, but yet I have $800,000 worth of lines of credit. Y'all already seen it before. I'll show it again though. I'm sure y'all seen it, right? I'm gonna do it fast because I want no scammers to get me. All right, card after card after card after card, whatever. You get the gist. Because you put the credit in your business name and it doesn't report to your personal credit unless you default. But if you put any amount of bills on your personal credit, then your utilization goes up. And if your utilization is over 9% and over 30%, then your credit score goes down. So it's like you use it and then they penalize you for giving it to you and using it. It's kind of stupid. I know. So also, you have your debt to income ratio right here at the bottom. And that's what they factor in whenever you're buying your first home. So if you're looking to buy a home soon, your debt to income ratio, they'll factor in your car payment, they'll factor in your credit card debt, and they'll factor in your current like house payment. And if your debt to income ratio is about 40 or less, then you pretty much get approved for a house, right? So mine's is at 5%. I'm sorry, mine's at 3%. And credit card usage. How much credit card debt do you have? Right? Right here, it even says is I click cards. I have 5 cards, 0 balances. So, uh, yeah. And then you click up here and it says cards. You go right here, it says find cards. So now they're going to try to solicit cards. Like I said before, that's how they make their money. That's their job. They're trying to sell me a card. So understanding your credit profile, understanding your history, understanding how to find your credit and read your credit is crucial to this financial game. I hope y'all learned something. And if you need any more guidance with your credit, reach out to me or click somewhere on my page. Let's get this credit process started. Hey, let's get that credit score up. Yeah, have a good one.